Row. 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 Round. Round. Round.
Live from Mustangs Country, it's the Tiger Media Network Area Game of the Week. The first round of the playoffs taking off here tonight, the night before Halloween. A bit of a spooky mood to it here this evening in Sylvan Grove, Kansas. The Mustangs take on the Central Plains Oilers. Obviously, both of these teams we've covered so far this season. Sylvan-Lucas, we watched their matchup against the Downs Lakeside Knights. They really took care of business there. We got to see the Oilers take on the Little River Redskins, and that was quite the matchup there. The Redskins really took care of business. Central Plains really hasn't been the same since, so they're certainly looking for some bounce-back performances all across the board. I'm Eli Blankenship, and for the rest of our crew here at Tiger Media Network, thank you one and all for tuning in. A wonderful atmosphere here in Sylvan Grove, Kansas. The Mustangs boast a very strong run offense. Zane Maupin, the 5'10 junior, is the really feature back for this Mustangs offense. On the other side of the football for the Oilers, it's led by the quarterback Brody Kreitz, along with the running back Brock Klima, the 5'8 junior. Isaac Heredia is additionally another one to keep an eye on for the Oilers. He wears number 3 for Central Plains. Both of these teams getting ready to take the middle of the field for the coin toss. Both of these squads are really highly coveted matchup. These teams met last year in the playoffs. Central Plains ended up defeating Sylvan-Lucas in the playoffs last year. A little bit of rivalry here, so to speak, and the Mustangs are ready for redemption. They've been waiting for quite some time. Central Plains really has had a pretty tough schedule, all things considered. They played Victoria early in the season. They lost by just 2 points, and that was one of their only early losses in the season. And then from there, they had a pretty easy schedule, and then towards the latter half of their schedule, that's when things started getting really complicated for the Oilers. They started to drop games here and there, and that was where things started to go south, so to speak. They ended the season, the regular season, so to speak, 5-3. As for Sylvan-Lucas, we mentioned 7-1 was their final record in the regular season. This is classified as Week 9, but it's the very first ever playoff matchup for the playoffs this year. All these teams ready to try to work their way to a state title. Sylvan-Lucas certainly a favorite going into the state tournament. It's a full house here in Sylvan Grove. Both sides turned up pretty well, and the ring of cars here in Sylvan Grove line the edge of the field, so there's more spectators than what the eye sees here in Sylvan Grove. Central Plains has elected to receive the kick. Sylvan-Lucas will kick things off to start the game. So they will receive the football and start with the football first. And I think for them, that may not be tactically, it may not be a bad decision there. Try to get some points on the board early, see what they can do to put some momentum in their favor. Lane Brooks getting ready to kick things off for the Mustangs. This one's returned by Keaton Robinson of Central Plains. He brings the ball up around to the 35-yard line. That's where the Oilers will take over. That's a pretty decent spot for the Oilers. Only 5 yards away from breaking into Mustangs territory. Now Brody Kreitz and his offense will take the field. Kreitz sends a man in motion. Back the other way, handoff up the gut, blown up by Zane Maupin. What a tackle! Talk about setting the tone for the Mustangs. It'll be back to the drawing board for the Oilers. Brody Kreitz looking over to his sideline for the play call. 2 backs in the backfield. Brock Klima. I formation, play action, rolling out to the right, under pressure, gotta throw it, dodges a man, makes another one, miss, out to the outside sideline, and not enough for the first down, but a big gain for Brody Kreitz. Getting creative on his feet, Brody Kreitz picking up nice yardage, about a yard shy of the first down marker. That'll set up 3rd and short now for the Oilers. Ball sits on the Mustangs' 36-yard line. The Oilers just tapping their way into Mustangs territory. I formation here once again for the Oilers. Hand off to Stroud this time. Stroud goes up the gut. I think he has enough for a first down after he was swarmed by the stampede of Mustangs. The chains will move. The white hat signals for the first down. Ball spotted on the Mustangs' 35-yard line. Gain of 1 on the play. Stroud has been another one of those feature backs for this Central Plains offense. So he'll be one to kind of keep an eye on. The other one is Brock Klima. He is the other kind of feature back, so to speak, for this Oilers team. Shotgun formation. Kreitz steps back to throw it under a lot of pressure. Fires it down on the ground. Incomplete. 2nd down on the way now for the Oilers. No intentional grounding on that play. Looked like he may have gotten out of the tackle box, out of the pressure that he received from the Mustangs. I mean, there were 2 Mustangs tracking him down there on that play, trying to chase him into his backfield. I formation here. And it looks like encroachment, unless it's a false start here. It'll be encroachment on the defense. A 5-yard penalty for the Mustangs, and now the Oilers will work their way up the field a little bit further now. 2nd and 5. Ball on the Mustangs 30. I formation. Handoff. This one goes to Stroud. And he's tackled down and brought down near the 22-yard line or so. A nice gain for the Oilers. Zane Maupin makes the tackle for the Mustangs. He's really been productive on both offense and defense. Maupin has really been a feature back for this Mustangs football team. Send Stroud in motion. Play action. Blown up! Oh my goodness, Zane Maupin! Absolutely lit up that play. Excellent play design from the defensive coordinator for the Mustangs.
Brings up 3rd down and
2nd and long now for the Oilers.
2nd down and 13, I'm sorry.
13 yards to go to the stick. Kreitz, shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left. Empty backfield. Snap goes back. Under pressure. Gets away from a tackle. Dancing his way through the middle. Blown up! Oh my goodness! This Sylvan-Lucas defense has been ruthless. A big hit from the Mustangs. Tackle made by Tristan Kraft, the 5'7" sophomore. Third and long, a very minimal gain there for the Oilers. Kreitz seems to be doing all right after that big hit. Looks like 11 yards to go to the stick. Little ways to go now for the Oilers. I formation for Central Plains. And they get the Mustangs to jump again. And that is going to hurt. Head coach Ben Labertu not happy about that lack of discipline there for Sylvan-Lucas. Third and more manageable now for the Oilers. 8:27 left to play here in the first quarter. I formation. Kreitz under center. And another encroachment. And that is going to sting for Sylvan-Lucas. That makes 3rd and 1 or 2 yards to go to the stick. Looks like they'll say 1 more yard to go to the stick. As the clock continues to run. 8:15 left to play here in the first quarter. Score still level at 0 apiece. 3rd and 1. I formation for Central Plains. Handoff goes to Klima. Klima to the outside and brought down. First down for Central Plains. They're brought down right around the Mustangs' 10-yard line. Clock will continue to run after the ball is spotted. 8 minutes and counting here in the first quarter. I formation for Central Plains. RPO runs to the outside and is brought down after a very minimal gain on that play. Good read there from the Mustangs defense. Brings up 2nd and goal for the Oilers. $7:15 left to play here in the first quarter. 2nd and goal, about 9 yards to go to the goal line now for the Oilers. Shotgun formation for Kreitz. He's got Klima to his left in the backfield. 1 receiver to both sides. Steps back to throw it. Rolls out to his right under a lot of pressure. He's got to get rid of it. Finds his man. A nice catch there for Peyton Doty, the 6'3" senior. A crucial one at that. Still a ways to go now to the goal line. Still 6 or 7 yards now to the goal line. Oilers take to the line. I formation. Under center, handoff goes to Stroud, powering his way through the middle, and he is blown up. Very small gain. Maybe picks up a yard on the play that brings up 6 yards to go to the goal line. Now 4th and goal for Central Plains. Now the question is, what do they draw up here? J.D. Johnson, the head coach for the Oilers. Shotgun formation, empty backfield for Kreitz. 3 receivers to the left, steps back to throw it. Lots of time, rolling out to the left, fires it across the middle, incomplete. A big defensive stand for the Mustangs. Zane Moppin has been absolutely dominant on defense for this Mustangs team tonight. A turnover on downs sets the Mustangs up in their own territory, right around their own 6-yard line. It'll be a long field for Sylvan-Lucas. It'll allow them to really establish that ground game. Under center is Johnson. Mopping right behind him in the backfield. Play action. In trouble. And he is wrapped up and brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A tackle for loss. Loses a couple of yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down. Well, they say no loss on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Under center is Johnson. Mopping right behind him in the backfield. 2 receivers line up to the right side. Quick pass out into the flat. Has his man. It's caught by Brokes. And the ball pops out. I think Central Plains has the football. They do. The Oilers recover the football on the pop out of the ball on the tackle. That is going to sting for this Mustangs football team. 4:37 left to play here in the first quarter. We'll set up. First and goal for Central Plains. Ball on the Mustangs 8. Kreitz shotgun formation. To his left is Klima. Handoff, Klima up the gut. Wrapped up and brought down. Very minimal gain for the Oilers. And so far, the Mustangs have really done a nice job at putting a stop to this Oilers run offense. That'll set up second and goal, about 7 yards to go to the goal line for the Oilers. Clock will continue to run. 4:10 left to play here in the first quarter. I formation for the Oilers. Kreitz under center. Pitching it out wide to Stroud. Stroud is wrapped up and brought down. Moppin assisting on the tackle. 2 or 3 different Mustangs wrapped up Stroud on that play. And that'll bring up third and goal, and we'll see if the Mustangs can make another stand here in their own territory. They did it once already in this first quarter. See if they can't do it again here. Oilers come to the line. Under center once again is Kreitz. I formation for the Oilers. Pitching it out to Stroud. Stroud bouncing to the outside. A minimal gain. Clock will continue to run. It brings up fourth and goal for the Oilers. Looks like he picks up a couple yards on the play. That'll set up about 4 yards to go to the goal line. Looks like they'll spot him pretty generously. Maybe 3 yards to go to the goal line now. I formation once again for the Oilers. Kreitz under center. Handoff to Stroud. Stroud lowering the shoulder. He's stopped. Another big stop for the Mustangs defense. Back-to-back stops in their own goal line. Now it's the Mustangs' turn to try again here on offense. They only got to run 2 plays on their last drive before the ball popped out, and Central Plains was able to recover it. I formation now for Sylvan-Lucas. Johnson under center. Handoff goes to Moppin. Moppin bounces to the outside. A nice gain for Zane Moppin. Ball spotted right around the 10-yard line in Mustangs territory. A penalty flag pretty much right on where the spot of the football is. And now the question will be, who is this on? The white hat and the side judge now discussing the outcome of this penalty. I think that this will be holding on the Mustangs, and now likely that will push them back a little ways. Brings up first down. It'll stay right where they were and really won't push them back much further than they already were. Ball on their own 5. I formation here once again for Sylvan-Lucas. Under center, pitching it out to Moppin. Moppin finding the hole. He's brought down right around the 10-yard line, a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
Number 12 for the Oilers makes the stop. Brings up second down and 3.
That brings up second and 3 now for the Mustangs. Clock continues to run. We reach the 1:50 mark here in the first quarter. Still the I formation for the Mustangs. Johnson under center. Handoff goes to no other than Moppin. Moppin right up the gut. And he's wrapped up and brought down. And the question will be, does he have enough for the first down? Looks like he does. The sticks are moving. The first down of the game for Sylvan-Lucas. First and 10 from their own 14-yard line. 1:25 left to play here in the first quarter. Mustangs come to the line. I formation, Johnson under center. Handoff goes to Labertu right up the middle. And he picks up a couple yards on the play. That brings up second down. Richard Stroud makes the tackle for the Oilers on that play. A 5'9" senior, weighs in at 170 pounds. He is certainly one to keep an eye on both sides of the football for the Oilers. He is quite the talented runner himself. Sylvan-Lucas sticks to the I formation. And now a timeout called by Sylvan-Lucas. We'll step aside for just a moment. 34 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. When we come back, the remainder of the first quarter on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. It's the Tiger Media Network Area Game of the Week. Sylvan-Lucas with a 2nd and long coming up after picking up their first down of the ball game. I formation under center is Johnson. Johnson pitches it out wide to Maupin. Maupin breaks the tackle. Another one dodging in between defenders. And a pretty nice gain for Maupin. It won't be enough for the first down, but a very nice gain. And it looks like it will be enough for the first down. The side judge says first down. The chains will move, and Zane Maupin continues to get things done for the Mustangs. Ball spotted on the Mustangs 25. Clock will continue to run, and this will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That it will. Clock hits 0, and we will begin the second quarter here in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. The Mustangs will have the ball on their own 25-yard line to start this set of downs. I formation, handoff up the middle. Small gain on the play, picks up about 3 or 4 yards. Brings up 2nd and medium for the Mustangs. 11:45 left to play here in the second quarter. It'll be I formation once again for the Mustangs. Pitches it out wide to Maupin. Maupin bounces off a man and reaches his arm out the very end of that play to pick up some extra yards. Clock continues to run. A gain of about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and medium for the Mustangs. About 4 yards to go to the stick. First down marker at that 35-yard line. That's the yard to reach for the Mustangs. Mustangs break their huddle. I formation, here we go once again. Under center's Johnson, pitches it out to Maupin. Maupin lowering the shoulder and picks up a couple yards on the play. It'll make 4th down a lot more manageable. Now, the question will be, do they go for this on 4th and about 1 yard to go to the first down marker? Clock will continue to run. 10:15 left to play here in the second quarter. No signs of punting for the Mustangs. I formation. And they get the offensive or the defensive encroachment call against the Oilers. Excellent job from Carter Johnson to draw the defense off sides there on that play. That'll bring up a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. That is smart textbook football there from head coach Ben Labertu, and getting his team to pick up those extra yardage and let the Oilers beat themselves. I formation under center. Handoff right up the gut. An explosive run wrapped up by his ankles and brought down right around the 30-yard line. Cody Charvat with a big run. Charvat, the 5'7" sophomore, showing his explosiveness there, brings up a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Ball on the Oilers' 29. I formation here once again for the Mustangs. If it ain't broke, don't fix it for Sylvan-Lucas. Handoff goes to Charvat. Charvat slithers his way through the offensive line and picks up about 5 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down for the Mustangs.
4 on the play, brings up 2nd and 6.
The nice part about having 2 talented backs in Zane Maupin and Cody Charvat is it allows you to really play a little bit of misdirection, so to speak, between the two of them. Charvat right there, the running back of choice on that play, was able to pick up a nice gain with very minimal room to run. I formation here once again for the Mustangs. This time it's a pitch. It goes out to Maupin. Maupin cuts back into the middle, makes another man miss. Touchdown, Mustangs! Sylvan-Lucas opens up the scoring in the first round of the playoffs. Zane Maupin with a big display of strength, dragging the Oiler all the way into the goal line with him. We got to interview him the last time we were here in Sylvan-Lucas, and boy, did he have a game against Downs Lakeside, and here, yet again, showing why he is an elite running back in 8-man. 2-point conversion on the way now for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation, snap is dropped. Johnson, does he have enough to get the 2-point conversion? He does not. 6 points on the board for the Mustangs. They take an early lead. 8:30 left to play here in the second quarter. They lead it 6-0 on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. The Oilers ready to start their next drive, and Sylvan-Lucas had other plans. They bring the Oilers down right around the 15-yard line. Very minimal gain there for the Oilers if they would have just let that one go. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Oilers from their own 16-yard line.
Ball is on the Oilers 15.
8:22 left in play here in the second quarter. Mustangs leading at 6-0. Quick throw out into the flat. And breaking a tackle, staying on his feet, and finally brought down after a gain of about 2 or 3 yards on the play. This one goes to Stroud, the running back. Was able to haul that one in. Picks up about 3 yards on the play, so not a bad gain there for the Oilers. Ball will be on the Mustangs' 20-yard line. I formation here for the Oilers. Klima and Stroud behind Kreitz. Handoff goes to Stroud. Stroud breaks to the outside, wrapped up and brought down right around the 40-yard line. A nice gain for the Oilers. They are in business inside Mustangs territory. 7:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Brings up a fresh set of downs. The Oilers trailing by 6 here. After a nice run from Zane Maupin, was able to punch it in for 6 for the Mustangs. 1st and 10. Ball on the Mustangs 39. Kreitz, shotgun formation. Handoff goes to Klima. Klima wrapped up and brought down. And I think that might be a tackle for loss in favor of the Mustangs. They'll move them back a yard. Ball's now on the 40-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 11 for the Oilers. Klima's been pretty quiet so far in this one. Brock Klima, one of the feature backs I was expecting to get a lot of carries tonight. He got a lot of carries against Little River when we covered them earlier in the season, and so far tonight he's been pretty quiet. It's mostly been the Richard Stroud show for the Oilers. Kreitz lines up in shotgun formation, sends the receiver out to the left. He's got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Steps back to throw it, lots of time, under pressure, rolling out to his left. Fires one downfield. Does he have his man? Yes, he does! It's caught! Touchdown, Central Plains! Rylan Simonson! Holy cow! And I suppose I may have seen that one differently. It looked to me like he was into the goal line, but he's on the 2-yard line is where the Central Plains Oilers will take over. 6:35 left to play here in the second quarter. The Oilers with a big play there from Simonson. Handoff up the middle. This one goes to Robinson. Does he have enough? He does not. Stopped up right at the goal line. The Mustangs have done this twice already tonight, where they have stopped the Oilers in the red zone and even better within the 10-yard line. 6:03 left to play here in the second quarter. Oilers still conversing as to the play call. Kreitz rejoins the huddle after talking to head coach J.D. Johnson. They line up in I formation. Robinson and Stroud. Stroud up the middle. Does he have enough? Yes, he does. Richard Stroud picks up the touchdown for Central Plains. Richard Stroud had that big run earlier in the drive that really put Central Plains in business inside Mustang territory. And there he is at the goal line, picking up 6 more points. We got a tie ball game here in Sylvan Grove. 6 apiece with 5:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Two-point conversion now. Central Plains trying to break the stalemate. Direct snap to Stroud. Stroud doesn't look like he has enough. He is brought out of the goal line, stopped in the end zone. The Mustangs did a nice job at making a defensive stand there. We remain level at 6 apiece. 5:37 left to play here in the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. It's the first round of the playoffs, live from Mustangs country. 5:37 left to play here in the second quarter. We're level at 6 apiece after Richard Stroud was able to punch it in for 6 points. The Mustangs were able to stop the Oilers at the goal line to avoid letting in that 2-point conversion. Kick is up, and it's a little bit of a pooch kick. And now Sylvan-Lucas back to return the football. They have a nice gain, and they'll start right around their own 30-yard line. A late flag flies, a couple of them at that. And this might be coming back for Sylvan-Lucas based on where the chain gang is standing here.
Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like Sylvan-Lucas will start closer to their 10-yard line. They'll say an illegal block in the back by the Mustangs. Ball will start on their own 10, and so now they've got a little bit longer field to gain instead of that 20-yard pickup they had all the way to the 30-yard line. 5:31 left to play. 1st and 10 to set up the first drive for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation. Johnson sends a man in motion. Hands it to Maupin. Maupin wrapped up. He breaks a tackle. Breaking back inside. It takes multiple Oilers to take him down. A nice gain for Zane Maupin. Picks up about 9 yards on the play. Zane Maupin is so good after contact. He is able to break those tackles, and even when he does get wrapped up, he's still able to drag his defenders another 3 or 4 yards before finally being brought down. 2nd and 1 for the Mustangs. I formation for Sylvan-Lucas. Johnson takes the snap under center. Handoff goes right up the gut, and that will be a first down in favor of the Mustangs. On the carry is the sophomore, Cody Charvat, the 5'7", 167 sophomore for Cody Charvat. Clock continues to run. 4:36 left to play here in the second quarter. Sylvan-Lucas comes to the line. Ball is on their own 25-yard line. I formation for the Mustangs. Under center's Johnson. Johnson handoff to Maupin. Maupin bouncing to the outside in a small gain this time, only about 2 yards on the play. Clock will continue to tick. 4:05 left to play here in the second quarter. Brings up 2nd and 8 to go to the stick for the Mustangs. Johnson trotting his way back onto the field after conversing with head coach Ben Labertu. Now the Mustangs come to the line. I formation here once again for Sylvan-Lucas. Pitches it outside to Maupin. Maupin lowers the shoulder. Ball's out! Oilers football! The second turnover of the game for the Mustangs.
It'll be Oilers ball on the Mustang 36-yard line, 37-yard line.
The Oilers have the football on the 38-yard line in Mustangs territory. That is detrimental to Sylvan-Lucas now, as they were level at 6 apiece, had a chance to really put together a nice drive, and now Central Plains has an opportunity to go up by 6 before halftime. First and 10, shotgun formation from Kreitz. Sends a man in motion. Play action. Handoff up the middle to Klima. Klima wrapped up and brought down after a gain of about 2 on the play. It was a fake jet sweep. The Mustangs didn't bite on it that time. It was supposed to kind of bait them to the outside where Stroud was there to take that fake jet sweep. And instead, the Mustangs read that play pretty well and was able to wrap up and bring down Brock Klima. 3 minutes left in play here in the second quarter. I formation. Pitches it out wide to Stroud. Stroud with a blocker in front of him. Lowers the shoulder. Does he have enough for the first down? I think he does.
Stroud, the ball carried, knocked out of bounds by the Mustangs.
Officials conversing on the spot of the football. From here, visually, it looks like they may have enough. Looks like they're going to maybe even bring out the chains to measure here. I don't know. Yep, they will be bringing out the chains here to check out how close the football is here. I mean, it's like centimeters to the stick, and 3 officials over the top of the football. And it looks like they'll spot him enough yards. First down for the Oilers. First down for Central Plains now. They're in Mustangs territory, right around the Mustangs 28-yard line. 2:46 left to play here in the second quarter. I formation. Pitches it out wide to Stroud. Stroud bouncing off a man. Still on his feet. Brought down inside the 15-yard line for a first down for the Oilers. The Oilers are moving with authority here before halftime. Clock will continue to run. 2:35 left to play in the second quarter. The Oilers trying to find one more score before halftime. A little bit of a personnel change for the Mustangs. Kreitz will come back out and converse with his offense. The Oilers take to the line. Oilers stay in that I formation. Kreitz under center. Hand off to Stroud. Stroud is met with force at the line of scrimmage. The Mustangs were all over that play. Clock dips under 2 minutes, 1:55 left in play now here in the second quarter. That brings up 2nd and 10 for the Oilers. Kreitz in no hurry to get a playoff here as he was moseying his way over to the huddle. They break their huddle. 2nd and 10. Need to pick up some yardage here to make 3rd and 4th down more manageable. I formation. Pitch outside to Stroud. Stroud breaks a tackle, and he rolls his way down the field. Picks up a nice gain, though, for the Oilers. It looks like he had about 5 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for the Oilers. He ran into the marker over there down on the 5-yard line, kind of ripped off the foam pad on the front of it. There's a reason those things have foam on them. It's for guys like Stroud who are just so quick. Kreitz under center, I formation for the Oilers. Pitches it out wide to Stroud. Stroud with a blocker in front of him. Almost gets wrapped up by his ankles, spins around a man. Does he have enough for the first down? I don't think he does. He's brought out of bounds right around the 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. A timeout called by Central Plains. 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. When we come back, we'll see if Central Plains can find their way into the end zone. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. The Oilers looking to find the end zone before taking the locker room at halftime. They line up an I formation with about 3 or 4 yards to go to the stick. Kreitz under center. Fakes the pitch, rolls out to his left, fires it in the end zone. Does he have his man? No, he doesn't. Broken up by the Sylvan-Lucas secondary. The discipline from Sylvan-Lucas to break up that play is absolutely incredible. Gage Meyer, the 5'7" senior, breaks up the play. What a defensive stand for the Mustangs. I feel like I've been saying that all night long. This Sylvan-Lucas defense has been elite so far tonight. "20 seconds left in play here in the second quarter. We're level at 6 apiece. I formation. Handoff goes up the middle and wrapped up and brought down. After a nice game, though, Cody Charvat on the carry. And the Mustangs will take a timeout after a gain of about 8 yards on the play. That brings up 2nd and 2. 13.1 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Both of these teams trying to make their way into the next round of the playoffs. It's Week 9 football is the official week that this is. There's no official round that they'll call this. At least Keisha doesn't call this a specific round, but it is Week 9 football until next week, when it'll be a very different look for a lot of these teams. Will be playing for some hardware next week. The Mustangs break their huddle. They have the ball on their own 15-yard line, so they've got still quite a ways to go to get down the field. So I would imagine they're going to maybe take a shot or two here before time expires and halftime approaches. I formation once again here for the Mustangs. Johnson lines up under center. Handoff goes to Maupin. Maupin is met with force. No gain on the play there. A tackle for loss in favor of the Oilers. And everybody is happy with how the first half of play went. That'll bring us all the way down to zeros on the clock. The end of the first half, 6-6 is the score, and what was a very gritty first half of play from both of these teams. When we come back, we'll have the second half of action, so don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies, and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity, and at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for, television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. Orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on-campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity. And at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for, television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. Orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on-campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity. And at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. So orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
At Fort Hays State University, our tourism and hospitality program offers a variety of enrollment options such as online, on campus, or a hybrid of the two. As travel and tourism grows into one of the top industries in the world, our program provides you with valuable education and industry experience. With our accelerated 3-year program at an affordable price, you can get your degree in 3. Visit our website today to learn more.
The computer networking students take a variety of IT-related classes that help them get hands-on experience with managing and operating, designing, engineering, repairing, and maintaining computer network systems.
A lot of different organizations have IT and IT needs, and so our students really are well prepared to go out and help users on the network of these different organizations and companies and be able to make sure that they're connected and able to do what they need to do.
So our concentration is focused on cybersecurity. And at the undergrad level, what we're really focused on is getting you the teams for Blue Team. And so we're trying to get you familiar with operating systems, including Windows and Linux. And then we're also going to get you in the networking side of things and focus in on the fundamentals of network security.
This program is preparing students for IA track, which is information assurance, and more hands-on track for technical skills.
So the digital media production and journalism program focuses on producing video, film, and news programming for television, corporate video work, film, streaming media, and more. So we really give everyone a good hands-on approach to learning how to create good stories that are going to engage audiences and do it in a very artistic way.
Our concentration is the web and mobile application development concentration within the informatics degree program. And so I like to say we're all things web. All the services that you use on the web, our students are building, creating, architecting. So orchestrating, quickly tying together all of these experiences. And so what does that entail? What new skills does that require? And so that's what we're trying to add into our program right now to keep this field, what we do here at Fort Hays, relevant for our students.
We welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas, where the Mustangs and the Oilers are going head-to-head in a playoff matchup. Both teams level at 6 points apiece after a kind of stalemate of a first half of play. It was a lot of back and forth, some big defensive stands from both teams respectively. The team I was most impressed with defensively had to have been the Mustangs. Their defense was really top tier in the first half of play. We're getting ready to kick things off here in Sylvan Grove, Kansas for the second half of play. We'll have 12 more minutes of action here in the third quarter, and then another 12 on top of that when we hit that fourth quarter. The clock strikes 0. And we are ready to go for the second half of action here in Week 9. Playoff football here on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. The Oilers receive the kick to start the first half of play, so the Mustangs will be back to receive it here to start the second half. Caleb Meyer, the 5'9" sophomore, back to receive it for the Mustangs. That ball goes out of bounds on the pooch kick.
Kick goes out of bounds.
And so the ball goes out right around the 23 or so, and so they'll get some yardage on top of that due to the ball going out of bounds. Ball on the Mustangs 25. That's where the Mustangs offense will take over. I formation, Johnson under center. Handoff goes to the outside and wrapped up and brought down right around the 30-yard line. It's Cody Charvat on the carry for the Mustangs. Charvat had a pretty productive first half of play, was able to really get things done on offense for the Mustangs, along with his fellow running back, Zane Maupin. Those two have really been playing off of each other pretty well. It allows the Mustangs to really play a little bit of misdirection, so to speak, for this Mustangs football team. 2nd and 5, 11:30 left to play here in the third quarter. I formation, Johnson lines up under center. Ball on the Mustangs 30, pitches it out to Maupin. Maupin cuts back inside, bounces off another man. Open field in front of him. He takes another tackle, stays on his feet. Touchdown Mustangs! Zane Maupin punches it in for 6. A big run on the second play of the half. And Maupin was a little quiet in the first half of play, but he is back and better than ever for this Mustangs team. A 2-point try now for the Mustangs. Handoff from Johnson up the middle. The 2-point conversion is good. The Mustangs pull out ahead with an 8-point lead, 14-6. 47 seconds into the the third quarter of play. The Mustangs leading at 14-6 on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the third quarter of action when we come back. Maupin, the guy getting it done for the Mustangs, opened the scoring here in the second half of play. They take a 8-point lead here in the second half. They lead it 14-6 over the Central Plains Oilers. 11:13 left in play here in the third quarter. Still a lot of football left to play from Sylvan Grove, Kansas. That kickoff goes back into the end zone of Central Plains, and the Oilers will start on their own 15-yard line to put together their own drive here. They will certainly need an answer in order to keep things going here in Week 9. 11:13 left to play here in the third quarter. Kreitz in the shotgun formation. He's got Klima to his left. One receiver to both sides. Kreitz steps back to throw it. Lots of time. Throws a big one downfield. Does he have his man? He does not. Incomplete. Overthrew him by a couple steps. The intended receiver, Tegan Shepman, downfield. He was right around the 30-yard line in Mustangs territory. That would have been a big play for the Oilers to start out this drive. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Oilers. Ball remains on their own 15-yard line. 11:06 left to play here in the third quarter. Kreitz stays in the shotgun formation. He sends Klima to his right. Two receivers to the far side. None to the near. Handoff goes to Klima. Klima completely smothered. Very minimal gain there for Klima. Clock will continue to run. That brings up 3rd and long now for the Oilers. 10:48 left to play here in the third quarter. Sylvan-Lucas holds on to the lead, an 8-point lead, 14-6 after Zane Maupin came up with that explosive run just moments ago. 3rd and 9 now for the Oilers. Empty backfield, Kreitz by himself. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Sends him in motion, steps back to throw it. Kreitz fires it across his body, incomplete. Intended receiver, Brock Klima. Klima would have had that ball hauled in right around the 38-yard line of Oilers territory. That could have been a very nice gain for Central Plains. He had it right in his arms and couldn't haul it in for the catch. That brings up 4th down and likely a Central Plains punt. 4th and 9 now for the Oilers. The Mustangs with a bit of a personnel change, and the Oilers are showing punt here. Maupin backing up to receive the punt for the Mustangs. A spiraling punt goes out of bounds right near the near sideline. It goes out right around the 35. About decked our cameraman, Parker. He's standing down there on the sideline, very close to where he was at. I don't think he realized the football came as close as it did to him. So the Mustangs will take over right around, actually, it looks like they'll spot them in Oilers territory now, right on the 38-yard line of Oilers territory. 10-12 left to play here in the third quarter. Mustangs holding on to that 8-point lead. Under center is Johnson. I formation. Handoff. Right up the middle. Pulling guys with him. It's Cody Charvat, the sophomore running back. He has been so physical tonight, and it has been very evident his impact for this Mustangs football team. Clock dips under 10 minutes. 9:54 left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 3 for the Mustangs. I formation here once again for Sylvan-Lucas. Under center is Johnson. Charvat and Maupin behind him in the backfield. Handoff goes to Maupin. Maupin finds a hole, breaks to the outside. Is it another touchdown for Maupin? Yes, it is! Zane Maupin, back-to-back touchdowns for the Mustangs. They take a 14-point lead. After a stalemate of a first half, Zane Maupin says, it's my turn now, and goes back-to-back touchdowns down the field. 9:23 left to play here in the third quarter. Mustangs taking a 14-point lead. They look to make it 16 here with a 2-point conversion. I formation. Johnson, keeper, fires it into the end zone. It's caught. Hauled in by Vance Dole, the 6'2 senior, making it a 16-point Sylvan-Lucas lead. When we come back, the remainder of the third quarter of action on Tiger Media Network's coverage of Area Game of the Week. Welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Sylvan-Lucas getting ready to kick things off after back-to-back touchdowns. The Oilers with a lot of work to do. They drop the football in the backfield. It's Stroud on the return, and he's wrapped up and brought down right on his own 11-yard line. That is going to sting for the Oilers. The Mustangs with a stampede downfield to take down Stroud. 9:16 left to play here in the third quarter. And so far in this half, it has just been all Mustangs football. Everything has been going their way. Both of these teams looking to make a deep playoff run. Kreitz lines up under center, I formation for the Oilers. Pitch outside to Stroud. Stroud with a blocker in front of him and runs out of bounds right near the stick. I think he has enough for a first down. Yes, he does. Central Plains first down. The chains will move. And that's what they needed here in order to keep this game rolling and keep it within hand, so to speak. The Sylvan-Lucas Mustangs took a 16-point lead after back-to-back touchdowns from Zane Maupin, and then were able to convert on both of those 2-point conversions. So Central Plains certainly has their work cut out for them with a 2-score ball game right in front of them. Kreitz with Klima in the backfield to his left. One receiver to both sides. Shotgun formation. Sends Stroud in motion. Play action. Up the middle. Kreitz. He is wrapped up and brought down right around the Oilers' 27-yard line or so. Looks like they'll give him a generous spot. They'll say 29. Clock will continue to run. 8:50 left to play here in the third quarter. 4 yards to go to the stick now for the Oilers. 2nd and 4. A bit of a personnel change here on defense for the Mustangs. Clock will continue to run. 8:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Mustangs leading it 22-6. Kreitz, empty backfield, steps back to throw with time to throw it. Fires one downfield. Does he have his man? Yes, he does. It's caught. Pulling a guy with him into the end zone. Central Plains strikes back. Rylan Simonson, the 6'1 senior, getting it done on offense. Simonson with an excellent route, was one-on-one in coverage, hauled it into the breadbasket over the top of his man. A nice catch from him to put the Central Plains Oilers right back onto the scoreboard. They trail by 10 points. They go for the 2-point conversion here to make it an 8-point Sylvan-Lucas lead. A flag flies on the play. And a timeout is called by Central Plains. I think they got the timeout off right before that delay of game penalty would have gone into effect. And we'll see if that comes back to bite them later in this one, because now they've only got two timeouts left. So in the dying moments of this game, when it's 2-minute drill, they may not have as many timeouts to play with if this game remains close. 22-12 lead for the Mustangs here in the third quarter. 8:15 left to play from Sylvan Grove. Both of these teams battling it out for a chance of a playoff run. Both of these teams retake the field. The Central Plains Oilers with a very crucial 2-point conversion to try and come through on. Shotgun formation is Kreitz. He's got Klima to his right in the backfield. Sends him out in motion. Kreitz steps back in the pocket to throw it. Fires it to the outside. He has Simonson. It's caught. 2-point conversion is good, and the Oilers bring down that lead to just 8 singular points. Single digits left to go for the Oilers to try and come back in this one. 8:15 left to play here in the third quarter. When we come back, the remainder of the third quarter on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. The Central Plains Oilers finding the end zone for the first time this half. It was the Oilers' connection between Brody Kreitz and Rylan Simonson, who were able to connect for the touchdown. A little dribbler down the near sideline. He breaks free, still with room to run. Caleb Meyer will take it to the house. Sylvan-Lucas with 3 explosive touchdowns. Oh my goodness, Caleb Meyer. He scooped that ball up right around the 10 or 12 yard line of his own territory and was able to run that one all the way back for a touchdown. .804 left to play here in the third quarter, 28-14. And the Mustangs look to make this a 16-point lead. It's broken up. So a 14-point lead for the Mustangs. We'll step aside for just a moment. When we come back, the remainder of the third quarter on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas. 8:04 left to play here in the third quarter after the Mustangs were able to run one back for a touchdown. A flag flies as that ball goes out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. And so the Oilers will move their way up a little bit. The Oilers will start with the football on their own 25-yard line. A little bit of a shorter field now for the Oilers. Will set them up potentially to try and work their way back downfield to chip away at this 14-point Mustang lead. Kreitz in the shotgun formation. Sends Kleem out into the flat, fires it out to him, and he is wrapped up by his ankles and brought down just short of the 30-yard line. He'll pick up a couple yards on the play. That brings up second down. 2nd and 7 for the Oilers. Clock will continue to run. 7:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Kreitz lining up in the under center in the I formation. Pitching it outside to Stroud. Stroud finding a hole, breaking up the middle, has a first down and then some. Richard Stroud, the explosive runner for Central Plains, picks up the first down. The Oilers slowly moving the chains up the field as they try to move this football methodically. Clock continues to tick away. 7:10 left to play here in the third quarter. Central Plains takes to the line. Empty backfield for Kreitz. Kreitz, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the out. Sends Stroud in motion. Fires it across the middle. And Klimo is tripped up on that play. Both him and Kai Labertu kind of got their feet tangled up there on that play, and no pass interference will be called there. He certainly had a case for it, but because they tangled up their legs there on that one, they didn't call it. 6:50 left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 now for the Oilers. Kreitz breaks his huddle. Shotgun formation this time. Directing traffic. One receiver to the far side, one on the near side. And they'll call a false start on Richard Stroud on that far side. He wasn't watching the count close enough and moved his front leg, and that's where they got him on the false start. They'll push him back 5 yards. Ball now sitting on their own 31-yard line. Oilers take to the line. Kreitz lines up in the shotgun formation. Two receivers to the near side, one to the far. Steps back to throw it under a lot of pressure. Fires it across his body. It's caught. Picks up the first down. The Oilers are in business in Mustangs territory. Simonson, who had the first touchdown of the half for the Oilers, picks up a crucial first down. Oilers moving the football with confidence here in Sylvan Grove. Clock continues to tick down. 6:05 left to play here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation once again for the Oilers. Klima to his left, sends him outside. Steps back to throw it, under pressure, rolling out to his right, runs into his own man. Now he's under pressure, firing one across his body. Simonson had it in his hand, but dropped it. Almost came in with a one-handed catch for the Oilers. But the Sylvan-Lucas secondary was able to put enough pressure on Simonson there to where he wasn't able to haul it in, and that front line for the Mustangs was really quite effective in putting the pressure on Brody Kreitz. 5:51 left to play here in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Oilers. Ball on their own 29. Kreitz, shotgun formation. Sends a man in motion. Handoff goes to Klima. Klima is wrapped up and brought down. Ball's popped out. Whose football is it? Mustangs football. The cowbells ring, and the Mustangs have the football back. 5:44 left to play after that turnover there from the Oilers. And it was interesting, kind of a mix-up there in the backfield. Kreitz took the snap, and it's almost like Klima and Stroud didn't know who was going to get the football. Stroud initially thought he was going to grab it, and then Klima kind of jumped in there and grabbed the football, and that was, I think, how things got mixed up there. Handoff goes up the middle. Charvat on the carry for the Mustangs, and very minimal gain. Picks up about 2 or 3 yards on the play. 5:27 and counting here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs. Sylvan-Lucas in no hurry to get a playoff here, as they're going to try and milk the clock as much as they can. I formation, pitch outside to Maupin. Maupin is met in the backfield, and I think he may have made his way up to the line of scrimmage, so I don't think there'll be any gain or loss on the play. Looks like they'll spot him a yard. 3rd down, and 7 to go to the stick. Clock continues to run. As I said, the Mustangs doing all they can here to run as much time off the clock as they can. 4:37 left to play. Doesn't get much better than this. Playoff football, live on Tiger Media Network. Shotgun formation. Johnson by himself in the backfield. Steps back to throw it. Fires it across his body. He's got Maupin. Maupin breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, and he's brought down right around the 25 in Oilers territory. A nice play for Zane Maupin. And that kid can do it all. Run, catch, tackle, whatever you need him to do. Zane Maupin is there. He has been putting on a show for the Mustangs tonight. 4 minutes left in play now in the third quarter. I formation lining up for the Mustangs. Johnson under center. Handoff goes to Charvat, who picks up 3 or 4 yards on the play. A nice gain for Charvat. He's been pretty efficient running the football tonight. Clock continues to run here. 3:35 left to play in the third quarter. They'll say he picked up 3 yards on the play. 2nd and 7 to the stick for the Mustangs. I formation once again for the Mustangs. Johnson under center. Charvat and Moppin in the backfield behind him. Play action, pitches it out to Moppin. Moppin stays on his feet and picks up a pretty nice gain. It looks like he'll have enough for the first down. They say he does. The chain gang will move. And the Mustangs are in the red zone now. 2:57 left to play here in the third quarter. Moppin was quite a factor the last time we came to Sylvan Grove when they played Downs Lakeside. We got to speak with him after the game. And we might have to revisit him again tonight to see what the progress has been for him so far this season. I formation, keeper goes up the middle for Johnson. Johnson with a nice pickup. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. Ball inside the 5. 4 yards, ball inside the 10. About 9 yards to the goal line. 2nd and 5. Under 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Johnson, handoff, goes to Charvat. Charvat is dogpiled right past the line of scrimmage. Picks up a couple of yards on the play. About 1.5 yards to the stick. Now 3rd down on the way for the Mustangs. $1:30 left to play here in the third quarter. Sylvan-Lucas, as I mentioned, trying to get every last second out of that clock as they possibly can going into the fourth quarter. Johnson lines up under center. I formation. Johnson, keeper up the middle. Touch! Down Mustangs! Mustangs take a 20-point lead. They look to make it 22 with a 2-point conversion.
Remaining into the third period, it's Mustangs 34, Oilers 14. Try for 2-point conversion coming up.
1:12 left in play here in the third quarter. Now the 2-point try from the Mustangs to make it a 22-point lead. I formation, Johnson under center. Ball pops out. Oilers jump on top of it. And that will conclude that drive for the Mustangs. Mustangs on top, 34-14 with 1:12 left to play here in the third quarter. When we come back, the remainder of the third and then the start of the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. welcome you back to Sylvan Grove, Kansas at Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. It was level at 6 apiece at halftime, and now the Mustangs lead it 34-14 with 1 minute left to play here in the third quarter. A late flag flies on that return for the Oilers. Moppin, of course, on the tackle. He's brought down right around the 22 or so, and a block in the back will be called against Central Plains, and so that will push them back even further to start this drive. They'll have a long field to work their way down. The official will spot the ball right around the 16-yard line in Central Plains territory. 1:07 left to play here in the third quarter. 34-14 lead for Sylvan-Lucas. This is a team that they fell to last year in the playoffs. Kreitz steps back to throw it. A big throw downfield. He has his man. It's caught. Wrapped up and brought down, but inside the 15-yard line. A big catch for Richard Stroud. Caught the Mustangs secondary sleeping. Under a minute left in play here in the third quarter now. I formation. Pitching it out to the back in Robinson. Robinson is brought down after a minimal gain.
Robinson, the ball carrier, brought down by 48. And number 14, Brokey pin track. Brings up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 now for the Oilers. 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Shotgun formation for Kreitz. Kleeman to his right. Play action, rolling out to the right, under pressure. He's wrapped up, it's a sack. A nice play for the Mustangs. Loss of a couple of yards. And that will bring us to the close of the third quarter. Sylvan-Lucas still leading it by 20, 34-14. When we come back, the fourth quarter of action in Week 9 football. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to the home of the Mustangs, Central Plains. Deep into Mustangs territory, ball on the 15-yard line. Kreitz steps back to throw it across his body. Touchdown, Central Plains.
Goes in for the 6 points for the Oilers.
Simonson picks up 6 more points for Central Plains.
11:53 remaining in this ball.
They creep within 14.
Mustangs up.
This second half has just been an absolute shootout here in Sylvan Grove. Central Plains and Sylvan-Lucas were level at 6 apiece going into halftime. Kreitz steps back to throw it for the 2-point conversion. An absolute bullet into the end zone for Stroud. 2-point conversion is good. And the Oilers pull within 12. 11:53 left to play here in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for just a moment. When we come back, it's Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Welcome you back to Western Kansas and Sylvan Grove, home of the Mustangs. The Mustangs ready to receive things after Central Plains was able to get things done on offense. Rylan Simonson, the 6'1 senior, really kind of put together that entire drive for the Oilers. And a jumping kick, jumps back into the end zone. And so very minimal gain. The Mustangs will start pretty far back into their own territory. Poor Caleb Meyer, the ball bounced right pretty much at his feet, and it jumped, I mean, probably 6 feet into the air over the top of his head on that play. And it pinned the Mustangs pretty deep into their own territory now. 11:49 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 34-22, Mustangs with a 12-point lead. I formation here for the Mustangs. No hurry whatsoever here to run any play. Pitch outside, Maupin finding a hole, breaks a tackle, another one. And Zane Maupin, he reminds me a lot of a Cam Scattaboo in a way. He just breaks those tackles like it's nothing and keeps running. 11:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Sylvan-Lucas milking that clock. Maupin lines up, Johnson lines up in the I formation under center. Handoff. This time it goes to Cody Charvat, the 5'7 sophomore. And they're just going to continue to stick to this methodical run game here. They're going to continue to pound the rock. Third down and about 2 yards to go to the stick. Clock continues to run. 10:45 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Johnson trots back out on the field. Mustangs go to the line. Mustangs stay in that I formation. 2 yards to the stick. Johnson tried to go with the hard count there, and now Sylvan-Lucas will go back to the drawing board. They take a timeout. 3rd and 2 when we come back here in the fourth quarter. 10:21 left to play. Sylvan-Lucas leading at 34-22 on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. welcome you back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Eli Blankenship. And for the rest of our crew, thank you one and all for tuning in to Thursday Night Lights this evening. 10:21 left to play here in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs leading it 34-22 in this Week 9 contest. It's playoff football. It doesn't get much better than this. Johnson lines up under center, I formation for the Mustangs. 2 yards to go to the stick. Does Johnson have enough? And it looks like he does. He gets a little bit of a helpful shove from his team, and really some old-fashioned football there, getting that big group and just push your guys forward, and they did just that. The clock continues to run, now 10:10 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. I formation, Johnson under center. He's got Charvat and Maupin behind him in the backfield. This time it's a pitch out to Maupin, and flag flies. A false start will go on the Mustangs, so they'll be pushed back 5 yards. That'll put them back to their own their own 12-yard line or so. Looks like we'll call that the 13. Doesn't really harm them, though, as the clock continues to tick away here. Under 9:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. I formation, Johnson under center. Same set from the Mustangs. Fakes the pitch, keeper, Johnson wrapped up in his own backfield. He's brought down. Second and about 15 to go here. Looks like the chain gang moves them back a little bit. It looks like they'll say second and 17 to go, rather. 9:13 left to play, and the Mustangs have a lot of work in front of them to try and move the chains here on this drive. $9:13 left to play. Clock is stopped now. It's the 9:13 here left to go in the fourth quarter. Second and 17, empty backfield. Johnson in the shotgun formation. Steps back in the pocket to throw it. Fires one over his head. Does he have his guy? He does not. That could have been a nice catch for Zane Maupin, who kind of stumbled his way down onto the grass, and he caught it off the bounce. So if that's worth anything, a bounce pass, if you will, from Johnson. That brings up third and very long here for Sylvan-Lucas. $9:07 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 17 yards to the stick now for the Mustangs. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Sends a man in motion. Play action. Check down pass is intercepted. It's picked off by the Oilers. Number 56, the defensive lineman. Peyton Kempke, the 6-foot sophomore, forcing the turnover. And just when you thought the Mustangs could just continue to run the clock, things got really interesting really fast. Mustangs with a 12-point lead, 9:01 left to play, and the Oilers have the football inside the 10-yard line in Mustangs territory. Kreitz pitching it to Stroud. Stroud up the gut, lowering the shoulder. A nice gain for the Oilers, puts them inside the 5. Second and goal, about 5 yards now to the goal.
Second and goal from the 5.
8:35 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Oilers trailing by 12. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Kreitz send a man in motion. Steps back, keeper, up the middle. Makes a man miss. Maupin wraps him up and brings him down right on the 5-yard line. Zane Maupin didn't let him go anywhere on that one. Kreitz made that first man miss, but Zane Maupin is so good at tracking down those tackles. And a touchdown-saving tackle there from Zane Maupin. 7:50 left to play now in the fourth quarter. Clock will continue to run. 5 yards to go to the goal line. 3rd and goal. 2 more tries for the Oilers to find the end zone. Still trailing the Mustangs by 12. Kreitz empty backfield. Steps back in the pocket. Looks across his body. Nobody there. Still under pressure. Now rolling out to the right. Thinks about throwing it. No, he doesn't. Touchdown, Kreitz. Diving all the way to the pylon. Brody Kreitz. What a circus act in the backfield from him. They call a block in the back on the Oilers. That is costly, very costly for Central Plains. Just when they thought they had a touchdown, he dove into the pylon, knocked it over, and what would have put them within 6 of the Mustangs, they're now pushed back because of that block in the back all the way to the Mustangs' 15-yard line. They've got 2 plays to go, 15 yards now, with 7:20 left to play here in the fourth. Empty backfield for Kreitz. 3 receivers out to the right. Rolling out to his left. Fires one into the end zone. Is it caught? No, it is not. Out of bounds. Incomplete. That could have been the play. Simonson had 3 guys on him in the end zone and still was able to haul it in, but wasn't able to get those toes in bounds. And that brings up 4th and goal with 15 yards to the goal line now for the Oilers. 34-22. Oilers leading it here. Excuse me, the Mustangs leading it here on their home turf. Empty backfield once again. All 3 receivers out to the right. Kreitz. No pressure, time to throw it. Fires it across to his right. It's tipped away multiple times. And when I tell you the secondary of Sylvan-Lucas was playing volleyball in the end zone, the ball popped up about 2 or 3 different times, and finally it was batted down. Incomplete, and a turnover on downs after the Sylvan-Lucas defense stands tall once again. That has been the storyline for this Mustangs team. 7:05 left to play here in the fourth quarter after the Oilers had a touchdown called back. 7:05, 34-22. Mustangs looking to run out the clock now. Right up the gut is Johnson, picks up a couple on the first play of the drive. 6:50 left to play as the clock continues to run here in the fourth quarter. Brings up 2nd and 8 now for Sylvan-Lucas on their own 16-yard line. Clock dips under 6.5. Johnson under center I formation. Handoff goes to Maupin. Maupin is tripped up at his ankles. Little to no gain for the Mustangs. Looks like they'll spot him a yard. That brings up 3rd and 7 now for the Mustangs. 6:05 left to play here in regulation. 3rd and 7. Got 7 yards to go to the stick to try and continue to eat away at this clock. This time empty backfield for Johnson. 2 receivers to his right, sends one in motion. Jet sweep goes to Maupin. Maupin breaks a tackle. Does he have enough for the first down is the question. He reached the football just over that 25-yard line, and the official says first down. Mustangs move the chains. Zane Moppet on the jet sweep was able to get things done there. A brilliant play call there from Ben Labertu. 5:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs still leading it, 34-22, first and 10. Fresh set of downs in this one for the Mustangs. They line right back up in that I formation. Johnson lines up under center. Handoff goes to Charvat, who just bullies his way through the defensive line and was able to pick up a yard when he was actually met behind the line of scrimmage. Charvat is so powerful. Was able to use that leg drive to pick up a yard on the play. 2nd and 9 now for the Mustangs. Ball sitting on their own 26-yard line. Now 4:33 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Clock continues to wind down. Right back to that I formation for the Mustangs. Johnson pitching it out to Moppin. Moppin is wrapped up and brought down after little to no gain. It looks like the near side official says he lost some yards on the play. He did stay in bounds on that play, so he was able to keep the clock rolling. 3:55 left to play now in the fourth quarter. Whoever wins this one gets to host a home game in the next round of the playoffs. Johnson rolling out, fires one downfield. He's got his man. Caught by Richard Hayes. 3:31 left to play here in the fourth quarter, and a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs. Mustangs continue to run this clock down, trying to make it out of reach and bring the Oilers to the end of their season. I formation, Johnson under center. Pitching it out wide to Moppin. Moppin staying on his feet and rolling all the way past the 35-yard line, brought down right around the 34. Brings up 2nd down, and the clock continues to move. 2:40 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 5 yards to go to the stick. Mustangs in no hurry whatsoever to get a playoff here. .220 left to play in the fourth quarter. This one's almost as good as over here. Pitching it out to Moppin. Moppin breaking to the outside, powering his way through the defensive line. Does he have enough for the first down? Looks like he's about a yard shy of that first down marker. And if he can pick up that first down, that will put the Mustangs almost in putting this game almost as good as over. The Oilers take a timeout. They've got one more remaining with 2:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Sylvan-Lucas leading at 34-22 on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you back to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs as they try to creep their way up the field. They pick up the first down. The clock will continue to run, and that will just about do it. The Mustangs are going dancing.
And the run to 2 minutes.
Fresh set of downs. Clock will dip under 150. 145 left to play here from Sylvan Grove. First and 10, I formation, pitch out to Maupin. Maupin breaks a tackle, cuts back inside. One more man is able to bring him down inside the 10. Maupin almost put the nail in the coffin. Clock continues to roll, and Sylvan-Lucas will likely just take a knee here and let this clock tick all the way down to 0. Victory formation for Sylvan-Lucas. They let that clock dip down as far as they can, and Johnson takes the first knee. One more knee left to go until the Mustangs will advance their way into the next round of the playoffs. An excellent win for them. It was 6 apiece at halftime. That's the big reminder here. 6 apiece at halftime. That is just incredible that both of these teams have put up that many points in the second half of play. The Mustangs come out on top, 34-22. Sylvan-Lucas moves on to the next round of the playoffs as they take a victory 34-22 on Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. We welcome you into the booth, and what a game it was. Sylvan-Lucas came out on top over the Central Plains Oilers. An excellent win for them, pushes them into the next round of the playoffs, and Central Plains season will come to an end. For our crew, I'm Eli Blankenship. Thank you one and all for tuning in to Tiger Media Network's Area Game of the Week. Be sure to stick around for the post-game interviews with both players and coaches that'll be posted on the Tiger Media Network YouTube channel. Until next week, I'm Eli Blankenship saying so long and good night from Sylvan Grove.
Round.